Hi guys and welcome back. This is to everyone that's watching on Matching Up, and those of you who join me live, great, we can have a good chat. But today I'm going to be continuing in the Momo Girls, or Momo Girl, Girls with Poem, and this is where we left off last time. And we're going to continue today with coloured pencil work. I've done the watercolouring that I needed to do. Hiya! I did the watercolours last time. They're absolutely fine, they're dry. It's got a nice tooth, so we can continue today with just coloured pencil and adding in the polka dots, and I might do a few lines with the Posca pen today. Hi guys! So today I have now got a new home for the holbeins. So I got a case for them, so it's not getting the trays out, which is great. So yeah, I got a new home for them. I was so excited doing this. Hey Sammy. Oh, I hope that you're okay if you're off work. Is it just because you're taking some time off, or? So I'm going to be picking out some colours, and I just need a little bit of scrap paper, and then we can see how we're going to shade this red here. So I just need something dark. So I quite like the colours in these. We've got a colour called Burgundy, which is a really nice deep colour. Oh, nice. Much needed then. Which I quite like, because that against the red, I'll show you as I go along, that can bring the red out, because the red will seem crimson, and then the shading can be with like a purpley red, which is really nice, which is what I usually do anyway when I shade with red. Then we're going to go for a Carmine to blend it in, because that's going to be more or less the same colour as this. Then we can go for, I do like a few shades of red. This is crimson. This is OP062. And then I can sit and chat with you in a second. I just got to pick out my colours. Then we need a black, but to be quite honest, I really like the Prismacolor black, so I'm going to use that. I'll zoom in a minute, and we'll use a Prismacolor black as well. And then, hi Robin, and then we need a Posca, because we're going to start drawing in. I've got things everywhere, like everywhere. You know when you can never find which pencil case you put stuff in? That's me. Everyone that knows me by now hears me all the time saying, I don't know where I put that. I don't know where I've put this. That is the story of my life, like losing stuff. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So I'll explain as I go along what colours I'm laying down, etc. So how are you all anyway? I'm okay. We've had the plumber here this morning. Well, not the plumber. He's our neighbour, but he's a plumber because we had a leak in the pipes under the sink. The U-bend pipe was leaking. And then I bathed Chip. Had a bit of a busy day actually today. So yeah, it's been a bit hectic. It's nice to actually sit down and do something like this. Great. That's what I like to hear. So I'm going to be putting down Burgundy. And again, like I usually do, I go from where I think a slight shadow would be, so along her scarf, and I'm only doing it lightly to start with because I just pick out stuff and then I start blending in as I usually do, because we're going to smooth out this watercolour a little bit. Oh great, everyone sounds good? That's good. I'm alright. I've got a lot of pain today, which, you know, it is how it is. I'm not even going to talk about it or give it any energy, but I was just on the phone to Mum saying that I've got a lot of pain, and I was like, oh. And then I don't moan about it anymore. I'm past it. So this is very much needed to kind of come on stream and have a chat and sit and talk and do something that, you know, I love doing with a bunch of great people. So, and I can, you know, talk things through. And there's been a lot of requests, which I have to say is all down to V. Everyone knows V. She's in the Reading with Pugs group. She's Little Phantom over on Instagram. She started me, and I've just been addicted to putting markers down. Oh, yeah, well, you've got to be. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Bo. So yeah, she's got me addicted to markers. She's got me addicted to marker bases and pencils. So I've just not stopped. I have not stopped doing every time I go to do something else, I'm picking up markers and Prismacolors, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't get away from it. But there's been a lot of requests for that video, and I kind of want V to be able to take all the glory for that. So I will do one in the style that I do it, but oh, I really would love V to be able to start a channel and, you know, do her own thing, because she's just amazing. She's one of my favourite colourists out there. I'm just putting it out there now. Anyone that knows her knows how amazing that she is. And I really want this to be her baby, because this is her, like, little venture, and she's got me addicted to it. But then again, you know, I would like to do a marker and pencil piece, but I think I will call it the V stream, because I think she deserves all the credit for this one. So, like this girl's called Melody, I think I will name that stream the V stream. Colouring with markers and pencils in a Hanna Lynn picture. So I think I will do one of those. I don't know whether to do it today or to come back, but I've got another video to film as well. Which will be the, what am I doing? April, what I've completed in April. Oh, yay! I think so as well. I think V should start a channel. So, yeah, I would love V to start a channel. I think she would be amazing. So V, well, I know that you watch these back, my lovely. I think you should start one. I know Jen does too. Me and Jen have been saying it to her for ages now. And she's such a beautiful lady, like inside and out. So I think it should be her thing. But I would love to do a stream with the markers, because I don't know if you've been seeing, but I've done quite a few pictures in the Hanna Lynn books. And I've been really enjoying them. So I really do, you know, recommend them. They're the Touch 5 markers, if anyone's wondering what markers I use. I use the Touch 5 ones. I'm going to blend this out, guys. I might mix this with Prismacolors if everyone's okay with that, because I think the Prismacolors will blend this out really well. I'm just putting down where I'm going to shadow at the moment. So yeah, I've been doing it. Thank you. I really enjoy them. I really have been enjoying them. And I've started, so trailing off quickly, I started last night. And Misfits, I'm loving the Misfits. I've only got a couple of her books. You know these books. I really want them all, and I love them so much. But I started this one last night. So I've only put pencil on her hair, her face, and this little guy here. And I've done like a little bit of, I think that's Stardust Jelly Roll. So the rest is just markers at the moment, and I will be getting back to that. And they do bleed through, guys. Look, they do bleed through. But they're single-sided, so it really doesn't matter when I put some card. And they're just so much fun. They are. They're just so much fun. Oh, I've got to try that in a jasmine, because I love jasmine. Hi, Charity. So, yeah, what you were working on, let me know in the comments. And I've got the colours of Sweden colour along as well. I do like my holbeins, Alicia. I love them. I don't like them. I love them. Who doesn't love them? I mean, they're amazing. Here, they just feel so creamy. I will say they're a lot harder to work on the watercolours. I'm just doing it on top of the watercolours and picking out where I'm going to darken it. I will say they're harder to work on this part with, but they work like a dream on the paper. So I'm just, like I always do, I start off with a light layer, and I'm just picking out everywhere that I would like the darker parts to be. So I always do that. So it's just picking out to initially start with. Same with the bow. Again, I don't like too much shading up here, because the bow's going to be bright, but you're going to do it sort of in the creases, aren't you? So, yeah. Hi, Shalene. How are you? I haven't seen you on one of these, like, ever, so nice to see you. So yeah, like with these, I do find that they are not working as well on the watercolours. I will say that it's a lot harder. So I am just going to pick out where I'm going to shade, just with the Burgundy. and then we can do all the proper work and shade it in, blend it in, and, you know, shade it out and whatnot. So these aren't working as like the Prismacolors on the watercolors, I will say that, but on the paper, just the paper alone, they're an absolute dream. So, you know, you can't really judge them on that. Every pencil set that you buy is going to have different qualities and different things that they work well with. Hi Melissa. Hi Kate. So yeah, I mean, I can't moan about them, put it this way, you know, and I know that they're an expensive pencil, and believe me, if I hadn't have been gifted them, I would never in a million years been able to afford them. You know, I'm as poor as pants. I've got not a lot, and I am just over the moon. I can't say thank you enough, and I love pencils. When people ask me, I just love pencils. Like, I'm a pencil person through and through. Okay, so I've just picked out where I'm going to go with that. I'm going to mix in some Prismacolors, to be quite honest, because I think Prismas will work best on the watercolour. So if you just bear with me, I'm just going to grab some Prismas, and then we can get going. So I think Crimson Lake will work well, won't it? Okay, so I'm going to break out a Prisma. So I'm going to go with the Crimson Lake, and I'm just going to go over those and shade that out. Prismas are the most versatile pencil in the entire world. They just go on anything. There's me. Hi Tanya. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining me. Do you know, I really appreciate it when I get new subbies, because I'm like, thanks, you know. So yeah, we're just going to shade that out. So I've picked out with a Burgundy where I'm going, and I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. So it is a little bit darker than, you know, the normal watercolour colour. Watercolour colour. So you're just going to bring that round and shade it out a little bit. So yeah, I do find that Prismacolors will go on top of any other pencil with my stuff. Yeah. Kate, I don't know if you see, I can completely understand the sleepless nights. You know, the other night I went to sleep at 4:30, and yesterday I was like a zombie. I don't know how I did it. I have no idea. So yeah, we had a leak. We sprung a leak the other night, and I noticed at like nearly midnight, and the guy, one of our neighbours, he's a plumber, and he's amazing, so he just fitted a tap, did the U-bend part of the thing, and I said to my mum, being an adult is just pants. It really is. You know, you don't realise until you move out like how much things cost. And I moved out of home, oh gosh, I'm 31 now, and I moved out when I was 17. So I've been out a while, and yet you still never get used to it. You never get used to when the bills roll in. You never get used to when things go wrong at home and you got to dish out for them. And you're just like, oh my Lord, when does it stop? And then you think everything's going smoothly and you've had a wonderful week, and then bang, something happens and you're like, oh, come on. So yeah, it's just one of those things. So yeah, we had that this morning. And then Chip was barking at him all day, which was just annoying, because he doesn't like new people coming in the house. He's not used to it. So I had the fun and games of chasing Chip around the house, telling him to like shush. Hiya. Oh, okay, I'm just reading the chat. Sunday, you were still awake at 3:45. But this is where colouring comes in handy if you're up. But you've got a child. Have you got 2 kids? Hiya, Sue. It does suck to be an adult. It really does. I need a spa week, not a day. Thanks, Kim. I'm going to get the black and shade in a little bit. I need a holiday. I'm going to put my chat in front of me so I can see. I genuinely need a holiday. Has anyone got any lovely holidays planned this year? I haven't. I would love to. I would love to go somewhere very hot and exotic. I think Chip would hate me because he has never been away from me really since I've got him for about, oh gosh, we've had him over a year. We had him a year in March. So, and he gets separate. I don't know if anyone else has this with their dogs. I'm using espresso. I don't know if anyone else has this with their dogs or cats, but he gets terrible separation anxiety from me. And I know it's just because I'm always home with him, and then when I leave him, he gets really, really, really like, oh, he gets so sad. He shakes. He sits at the top of the stairs shaking, like, why are you leaving me? So, sorry, I'm using espresso, I have said that. So, I'm just going round where I want the darker parts to be, guys. Oh, yeah, I know. We really do, Kate. We do. We need a holiday. We need, like, the most glorious sunshine spa week holiday that, you know, that we could possibly wish for. So, oh, you've got 3. Kate, you don't look old enough. You really don't. Like, there's me. I've got no children yet. Everyone that knows me knows that I really want to be a mum. It's just because of my health, my back, that I've not done it yet. But hopefully, you know, I'm hoping that we will. Thank you, Shalene. That's okay, it's here to catch up. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, see, Natalie, you know, they do, don't they? I mean, that's his form of letting you know that he was unhappy, you know, with you going out. You don't need a filter, Kate. You don't. Look, you're all beautiful. You don't need filters. You're absolutely fine as you are. Never feel that you're not. I've spent all my life putting myself down. There's no point anymore. And hey, so I'm going with the Crimson Lake, which is PC925. And again, I'm just going to go over the Burgundy that I've done. I'm doing this with Prisma colours because the holbeins can go on everything else, but it can't go on top of the watercolours. So that is what, there we go. We've got a downside to them, which is unbelievable because they've been a dream. They are a dream. They are creamy, they're beautiful, but they are not working very well on the watercolour. So there we have a con to them. There's lots of pros, and now we've got a con. So we can't have it the best of everything, can we? V, we were talking about you. Were your ears burning? We were saying how much we love your stuff and that you need to have a channel like now. Because we were saying about the markers. Because I've had a lot of requests, V, to do a marker and pencil picture. But I said I'd love you to do it, really, because it's your baby. It's your little baby. And I would hate to take that away from you. Because I really love what you do with them. And it was because of you that I've got this addiction. So I would love it, V, if you did. Or somehow. You don't have to. There's no pressure. But I have been asked by quite a lot of people over the Hanna Lynn pictures. And I just don't want to take that glory away from you at all. And that's what I was saying. So, yeah. I would love for you to be able to... Because I said if I did do one, it's going to be called the V stream. Because it's dedicated to you. As my first marker picture was. Because you're just so fabulous. Right, I'm just getting the espresso. And I'm going quite heavy-handed here. Because I'm going to blend that out a little bit at the very end. And I'm just going to go where her hair would be a shadow. And hold on. We've got some creases here. So, yeah. Well, when you get your tripod, your lovely tripod that you've seen, you got so many fans, V. We was all saying how much we love your colouring. So I said your ears must be burning. Okay, everyone was saying it, weren't we, guys? So I'm just going around the edges where I put the burgundy with the espresso for a second. And I'm going to blend that out with Crimson Lake, and I'm going to get a lighter red. So this is the Crimson Lake, and I'm just going to go over the espresso and blend it out a little bit. So yeah, that's it. I mean, nothing's majorly happened like in my life over these last few days, apart from a leak and plumbing work, and that's about it. So yeah, if you've got any, oh, and I've got quite a few comments over the spider story from the other stream the other day. And I do not envy anyone that lives in Australia and has huntsmen. My God, those spiders are huge. So hats off to you guys, because you're braver people than I am. I could not do them in the house. Okay, I'm going to grab Scarlet Lake, which is PC 93, and I'm just going to go over the entire area here. You can always add white and make it lighter, but this sort of matches the colour of the watercolour. So as you can see, it's starting to, if I take the thing up, it's starting to make a bit of a difference to this side. It's starting to make it look like it's got some kind of shadowing going on. So same with these here. I'm going to do these in the paints. You know these little droplets here? You know the Gansai Tambis or the Fine Tech paints? You can do them with either one of those. So I'm just going to go slightly here and shadow those a little bit, because we don't want a massive amount, because that can be quite light. So if you've got like a luminance or a Prismacolor white, you can do this and then blend that out. So if I add that in the middle, as you see, it looks messy to start with, but if you've got a blending pencil, just blend that out, because it adds a little bit of a highlight to it here, but it's blended out so it doesn't look messy. Yes, Sammy, I'm not really not scared of spiders. I'm not, but I do not like them touching my skin and jumping on me. I'm going with the espresso again, guys. I'm just going over where I went with Burgundy. And that's my problem. I've had them jumping on me. Like, why? Or just why? I just don't understand it. I'm not like, you know, tasty or anything. I'm just trying to scare me, I think. It's like when I go, I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but if I go to a really hot country with mosquitoes, I seem to get bitten. So, why me? Oh, you're like my partner, Kate. My partner is the same. Andrew is an arachnophobic. He hates them. Hates them. I'm exactly the same. No, I never kill them. I never kill spiders. It's meant to be bad luck. I never ever kill them. I'm going with Crimson, no, I'm going with Scarlet Lake here. I'm just going over this part. It's meant to be bad luck, so you shouldn't kill them. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. You could just trap them and put them out to the garden or out the window. They can just fall. And I found out an interesting fact, because I looked up and I felt so guilty. I trapped a spider last year and I accidentally took 4 of its legs off. Poor thing. Poor thing. I was like, oh my God, I've amputated its legs, Andrew. I feel so guilty. Do I put it out of its misery? And then I looked it up, and apparently they grow their legs back. I did not know that. Why can't humans have that ability? Like, genuinely, why can't we have that ability? Can you imagine how amazing that would be? Okay, I'm going to grab my black, wherever that might be. Imagine we had the ability to grow new legs. That is a random thought, I know, but spiders do it. So, I can't find my black. I know I had it out. I found it. Okay, I got black. So I'm just going over where I want the darkest shadows to be, and then we are done with that and we can start putting in some polka dots. But the polka dots, when they're dry, I quite like it plain, but I am going to add polka dots. When they're dry, we can grey them out slightly so they're dull. We don't want them bright white, do we? wonder if it will work with a luminance pencil. What do you think? Do you think it will? I'm just going to do this bit down here. I quite like it. I quite like it. I think that's quite effective. I never like I'm the worst critic of my own stuff. I'm never proud of it, but I quite like it. Sammy, how funny. You know Chip, I know there's a spider in the house because of him. Chip plays with them. He like bashes them, kills them and plays with them. And I'm like, no, don't do that. And then he spits them out if he puts them in his mouth. And I'm like, you mad dog, who does that? So I'm glad he's not the only like nutcase. So yeah. Your Hoover eats them. You know they can stay alive in that Hoover bag. So, and they can have babies because there's dust in there. So you might not want to Hoover them alive, you might want to put them out. I did that once, genuinely. Andrew will tell you. We hoovered spiders and we had spiderlings. We had a little tiny nest of them. There was must have been about 50. So I've never done that since because they can stay alive in there. Okay, so if I zoom out a minute, there's a graduation in her clothing and her bow. So thumbs up, thumbs up. So now I don't know whether to, I'm going to just do a tester. I'm just testing out whether or not this will be too bright. This is a poster pen. Do you think that would look odd if I did them in a Posca? Kate is going to freak. Are you alright, Kate? Then that's okay. But if you have one with like, we've got a Henry. We've got a Dyson and a Henry. But I use the Henry because the Henry's a lot easier for me. Yeah, I'm the same as you, Sammy. I was telling everyone last stream that I've got the biggest phobia of wasps in the world. I think I'm going to sketch it out with luminance white. And then I will add... So you can do this on top of watercolour. I'm going to put the lines first because I just want it to have 2 lines because I thought this looked pretty cool. Because if you look, I'm going to zoom back in. It adds the line and they look pretty cool with the pencil because they're not in your face white. I might do it with the pencil, guys. I might. We'll have a look what they look like with the pencil. If you've got one, luminance white, Prismacolor white, any white. But look, that looks fine as it is, doesn't it? It doesn't need like a Posca. I'm wondering if I can get away with doing the polka dots as well. Or should I do stripes? What should I do? Oh, I don't know now. You know when you do something and you think, do I want to do stripes or do I want to do... No, I'm going to do the polka dots. Okay, so let me see with the white luminant. I'm going to do them roughly first. And then we can add in with the Posca if we want. So we're going to roughly just do where they might be. We want it lifelike, don't we? We don't want a mess. Okay. Because if anyone does follow this, I don't want them pages then like not happy with it. I think the luminance looks okay. What do you think? Let me know. Yeah. It's subtle. It's not going to be like in your face. No, I'm going to do it with this. I'm going to do the pencil. I'm not going to do Posca. I think the Posca, if you look at the difference, the Posca is going to be too white. It's going to like Tipex or corrector pen. You know what you use to, if you're in like an office work or whatever and you make a mistake in pen. I think the luminance would work really well. Like, I'm going to keep with the luminance if that's okay. I like this. So if anyone's got a luminance, these are really great pencils. Like, The white is great. You can do this with Prismacolor as well. You can do it with any white pencil, but try and do it with a waxy one if you've got a waxy one. So Luminance or Prismas. I think I'm going to go with this. This is just the white one. I quite like that. What do you say? Do you like it? Because I want you to, you know, you guys, it's your channel really. It's not mine. It is my channel, but it's yours, so it's fine. Hi, KP. I think it looks good with the white pencil. So yeah, I'm going to stick with the white pencil. Hopefully the white pencil will be okay. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I think that looks really well. KP, how are you doing? How is work? Okay, so we're going to pick out. I really like this effect because it's subtle. I'm pushing hard on this pencil. I'm not going lightly. I'm heavy pressure for this. Yeah, I think the pencil's good. I don't think it would suit it if it was like paint. So I'm not going to do the Posca. It's funny how you discover these things as you go along, don't you? I wouldn't have known to do this had I not tried it. So I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that, because sometimes, you try things out and they're a complete disaster. And you think, oh my goodness me, but it's not. So I'm going to go up here. Am I still in screen, guys? Yeah. So you can do this in any pattern that you want. But now we know that on top of watercolour, it works. So, if you try it, we're going to have a bit of a triumph here. We've got a triumphant thing. We've not we've not made a disaster of it. Okay, so I think it looks really well because it's not, really, really, really bright. Yeah, I think so, Kate. Thank you. I do think that this is going to go quite well. Hi, Katrina. I need to start that KP, soon. I'm just not feeling it today. I wanted to do this and then I want to finish the Misfits picture. You got to feel for something before you colour it, haven't you? Because otherwise you're not going to put your care and attention into it. So I'm going to start the piggies in, me, Kalina and Francis have got another body colour going on. We're doing, I don't know, how do you say it? Menu de bon here. But we're going to be body colouring. I'll show you. I marked it out. We're going to be body colouring this picture. And I'm really looking forward to it. But I want to do the piggies first. And I want to do them pink with little black splodges. Hiya! Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to come in and say that. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that with Francis and KP. So that will be fun. And if anyone wants to do like because I've got the colours of Sweden, if anyone wants to join in on a picture with that. I mean, I'm going to be doing the hedgehog one soon on here as well. And that will be fun. And that's the Sweden, that will be one of my entries for the colours of Sweden, which will be a Maria Troll book. Okay, I think we do not need to do any more on her dress. I need to do the collar. I'm going to show you how I would do a white collar with greys now. I think the polka dots are absolutely fine. I don't think we need to do Posca. Thank you, my dear. Hi, Laura. How you doing? Okay, so now I will be using the holbeins. Oh God, I'm trying to like juggle everything here on the desk. So I'm going to put away those pencils that I got out because I don't like things all over the place. It gives me a little bit of it puts me off. I don't know about anyone else, but if things are not back in their place, I get a little bit on edge. Mum knows that. I have to put things back exact. Okay, so I'm going to be getting some greys. So here's my little testing sheet. Oh my goodness, Laura. I feel like that most days because I don't sleep very well. Okay, so that one is cool grey number 4, because you need a slightly darker grey. You need the lightest grey that you can find, which this one is warm grey 1. You got these in all sets. I usually use a bit of cream, but we've got ivory here. I need a bit of ivory. Cream white, that's it. So I'll show you how I do a white collar that's got a little bit of shading, so that you know, I'm going to zoom in so that it's not completely a white blank area. See you later, KP. Okay, so with, I think that's skin. I'm not going to touch. Is that skin? I'm going to add a bit of because there's a bit of a line missing. I don't know if you realised. So I've added that in. So that's a bit of skin, I'd say. I'm going to treat this as the collar. Okay, so I'm going with my darkest grey, which I've picked out, which is cool grey number 4. Go for like a medium grey if you're going with your prismas or your polychromos or whatever you might have chosen. So you're going to go around the edging, not all of it, just fade it out. So I'm going from here and I'm feathering it right out. And the same here, I'm going to feather it out. So it's like you're barely touching the page. Same with here. I'm going to, that to me needed to be a line, so I'm going to put that as skin. It didn't have anything there, did it? So again, you're barely touching the page at that part. So you're only on the collar and then you're sort of feathering it right out. Same with this bit. Hi, May. Laura, I love them. I was just saying they don't work very well on watercolours, the holbeins, but they do work really well on direct paper. They're beautiful. I've got no complaints. That's the only downside, is that they didn't do well on the watercolour base. But we can get over that. That's not a big problem. We've got so many other pencil sets that we can use. Okay, now I'm going to go for my lightest grey, which is my warm grey 1. God, I'm so sorry, I chat a lot. I just realised. I very rarely am silent. Warm grey 1, only when I'm asleep. And I'm going over most of the area there. But I'm trying to shade and blend in that darkest base. And the best way I find, this is just how I colour, guys. Just how I colour. Is circular motions. If you blend that out in circular motions, and then I just like adding a bit of grey because it just gives a nice little touch. Then I'm going to grab my ivory and I'm just going to go quite heavy-handed into these sort of corner parts. I'm not going over all of it, but I'm going really quite heavy here because it's going to have like a tint of colour. Tanya, I do use the Erogitons. I personally love them. I've showed people on my streams before. I use them for roses, when I colour roses. Personally, I like them. They're very hard, but I like them. There's not many that I don't like, put it that way. Okay, I'm going to pick up my luminance, use a Prisma, use any white pencil, and just, look, I've just smudged red into that. I should have cleaned it. I'm just going over all of that part in the middle. Don't worry about that red streak because that's just me. So if you look, the difference, forget that part because I've just added a line in, from here to here is that you have some shading, but it still looks fairly white. So you can do that with your collar and it's not gonna, it looks like you shaded it, made a bit of an effort with it, and you've not left like a white blank space. So hopefully, like, you know, that's for you, is okay. I personally like doing it this way. So we're going to do the same on this side. I'm going to go with our darkest, or it's a medium grey, but your darkest out of the greys that you've picked out, and just to the middle, and then leave that part, and then again here, and at the hair you might want to do it a little bit darker. So I can show you properly how I did my other collar as well, because I can turn the page because it's not wet. Okay, so then I'm going to get my medium one, and then thank you, May, thank you, that's very kind of you to say so. I hope Melody likes her as well because she's her namesake, so yeah. Miss Melody, she's called, this little lady. So yeah, I thought it suited her really well. And then the ivory again, and really heavy-handed here, just over that part you've done on both parts. And then, hold on, we'll get that, so make sure there's no red on it. And then into the middle with your white pencil, any pencil set you have. I recommend the Luminance White or the Prismacolor White. And that is more or less what I do. Then with a black pencil, just, you know your hair that, well, I've brought down a couple of like loose strands because I want some sort of messy hair effect. So that's just me. You don't have to do this part. So I'm just bringing down some of her hairs because, you know, it dulls it out a little bit. So we're just sort of redrawing those in. Just brings some like, it brings some character, doesn't it? I just like it. And then with your black, just slightly where the hair is, you don't want too much of this. It's just shadowing a little. It just gives it an effect of like a shadow effect. So I'll read the chat in a moment. Thank you, Kate. You can try it. I know, May, I agree. Melody, the real Melody, not the picture Melody, is an absolute beautiful lady. So it was very fitting, wasn't it, that, you know, this was named after her. So yeah, I've made some incredible friends in this community. I really have. Okay, so I'm going to bring just some extra strands because I can now, because I'm not working that area anymore. No, don't get disheartened. Oh no, I feel bad now because you've got such great skills, Kate. Try again, don't give up on them. You got the skills, woman. You can do it. Okay, so that is her collar done. Now we'll do, oh no, look, with the black, because I just want that black, I'm just gonna put this way. I'm not fussed about this part because I want it to match her bow. So I'm just gonna do this little sleeve part here in black, I think. Yeah, I agree. Oh, Sammy, I can't wait for you to get those books. Sammy, anyone that watches the stream back, one of our lovely ladies here and our subbies, she's got the, was it Momo and Serene, which, you know, are my two favourite books at the moment. So I can't wait for you to get them because they are just amazing. Okay, I just wanted to do that. Let's see if the white will make a difference around the edging. I just want to blend that. Okay, so we've done that. I don't know whether to, what colour do I want her scarf? You know when you can't think and you're like, do I want to do them in like yellows, because I'm going to do these flowers yellow, and that way she's got a scarf matching the flowers in her hair. Not bright yellows like ochre yellows, you know, like a autumnal sort of yellow. And then I can do those as well in that. What shall I do? I'm trying to think. I'm going to use a holbien anyway. So I'm going to put away these because I hate them being all out on the table, because I feel like I'm not organised. I love organisation. I'm trying to think now. What colour alongs am I doing? Right, this month I'm doing the Colours of Sweden one on Instagram, and also in the Reading with Pugs group, and on my Facebook page, which is Colour and Chat with Sammy Adult Colouring. I'm thinking, who would be interested? I'm thinking about, not this weekend coming, the weekend after, in doing a 48-hour colour-a-thon. So you spend literally your entire weekend, as much as possible, just colouring. You know, like people do readathons. I was thinking about a colour-a-thon. And then I can link in that Saturday stream, because don't forget, I've now got a Saturday stream. I do Tuesdays and Saturdays. So I was thinking about maybe doing a colour-a-thon. So what do you think? Do you think I should? Do you think it would be a good idea? You know, you just do as much as you can, really. It's not any pressure. It just makes you have a weekend dedicated to something you love. I'm just trying, sorry guys, I'm just trying to, this is another thing I do. I put it on the edge and I look whether or not I think that's going to work. I think yellow would actually be okay with her. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I think it sounds, I mean, we should do it. We should just do it. We should do a 48-hour colour-a-thon. Oh, and we've got to have a catchy, think of a catchy hashtag that we can have for it. Not this, it won't be this weekend coming, so whatever the date is, not this Saturday coming, the Saturday and Sunday after, then that will be the week that we do it. I'm just checking out colours, guys, don't mind me for a second. I'm still reading the chat. I'm just trying to look at what colours I fancy doing for her scarf. I think go for, what's this one? Oh, quite like the sound of this one, brick. I'm just trying to match what I would shade that with. No, I don't like that one, but it does, I like that one, but I don't like it with those colours. I'm just trying to match. So I think I'll go for those three, and then I'll go for the little things in maybe brick, or maybe they should just be red. We'll think of the little, maybe they would be white. I'm just trying to, I'm thinking out loud, don't worry about me. I ramble to myself. I do, anyone else do it? And their partners look at them like you're mad, you know. Okay, so I have picked out dandelion, yellow ochre and tan. They're the three I've picked out. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do these ones up here and here. So I'm only going to do a couple of flowers on stream, and the leaf on stream, and the scarf on stream. Then we can go away in our own time and do the other flowers, and then I will do a background and finish her up on Saturday and do a Hanna Lynn picture on Saturday. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to sharpen one of, I have to sharpen one of my pencils, guys. What time do I come? I could, Laura, perfect. Yes, I can do that. I'm going to use those. 4 o'clock, same time. 4 o'clock London time for when I come on stream. I'm keeping it Tuesdays and Saturdays, 4 o'clock London time, because that is when I've just taken my painkillers and I can sit to do it. Otherwise I can't sit for long. I know that sounds like a really like crappy thing, but it's just the fact. I know that I can come on and do a stream and not be in as much pain if I take my painkillers at 4. So I come on at 4 o'clock. Okay. So I really don't want to sharpen it. Do I have to? Look, say goodbye to a little bit of the pencil. Like, it breaks my heart to do it. Oh, I don't like doing this part. I'm like, no! You know when you have to, oh God. You know when you really have to sharpen it for the first time and you're like, no! Never mind. Just how the cookie crumbles. Okay, so I am going to go for dandelion as a very light base coat. I am going to do her scarf yellow because I want yellow in her scarf so it can match the yellow flowers in the background and her hair. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's got a sort, I don't like too many colours going on. I like it to all sort of match. and not have it too busy. So yeah, hopefully this will work out. We'll dull it down. This looks bright for now, but this is just my base coat, so I'm just lightly basing this colour down. I'm not doing any shading with this. I am just putting it down to start. I just fancy like a very bright yellow to start with. I really like the idea of that. If you just get disheartened, try again. Because a couple of you are saying that you've got disheartened or messed your pages up. Don't get disheartened, you know, as long as you're having fun with it. You got to have fun with it. And we all have a mess up page. I mean, I messed up one recently and I walked away from it because I'm not even going to bother my time on it when I'm not enjoying it. So I walked away and went and did something else. So it doesn't matter, but just as long as you go and do something that makes you happy, go to what you're comfortable with. If you want to go out your comfort zone, I always say try a tutorial. You might find that a tutorial might just guide you a little bit, or look at people who share their colour combinations and give them a little tester. And before you know it, you're starting to pick up little skills and you're like, oh, I quite enjoy this. And then before you know it, you're having the time of your life with it, you know? But don't lose your confidence because, yeah, it's your hobby, it's your fun. You got to have a good time with it, and that's the main thing. Be creative and enjoy what you're doing. And if it helps with, like, for those of you who suffer with pain, if it helps that, if it helps with, if people suffer with depression or anxiety or, you know, whatever you know, might suffer with. We all suffer with something, let's face it, at the moment. Whether it's small things, we've all got an adult life, and sometimes stresses and strains. It can be stress, it can be circumstantial stuff, or whatever it might be. We've all got different things. Just have a go at it. Yeah, I know Kate. Kate needs more love. Kate, look, you've got how many subscribers? You reached over 1,000 now, which shows you that you are great at colouring. That's what I mean. You've got to do something that you are enjoying, so you're not gonna have fun with it otherwise. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the yellow ochre. I think it is yellow ochre, OP153. There's no point wasting your time on a picture that you know you're not happy with. Just write it off as a bad one and try again. It's not a big deal. I mean, for me, I've got so many colouring books and so many colouring pages that I'm not fussed if I mess one up. It's not the end of the world because I can just move on to something that is going to make me happy. So if I only had one book, I would be so disheartened. I'd be like, oh no. Yeah, Kate, would you live stream? Would you think about doing some live streams? Or are you more comfortable with pre-filming? I can't stand pre-filming. I'm just putting it out there because it's the length of time to upload, and I've got no space on my phone to even record anything. So I much prefer a live stream because I get to talk to everyone as well. I can't do them. I just can't do them. I much prefer to come on, and you know, that's just me, and they're like a video for people to catch up with anyway. It's not like, you know, it's only the live stream and then it's deleted. It's there. It's not going anywhere. Is it Majidi? Majidi? Is that how you say your name? M? I can call you M. I'll see you later, V. Okay, so I'm doing the same on this side. I'm going in between. Oh no, I was saying to V the other day, I can't even say, I was trying to pronounce her name, and I genuinely want to learn people's names, and I don't want to butcher it or say it wrong. So I do like to be able to pronounce people's names right, because, yeah, that's just, you know, it's respectful, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. I mean, it is different because you have children, you have young kids, Kate, so, you know. So I was just stopping and reading the chat then. It's one of those things. I mean, because I haven't got children, you know, I don't have that responsibility of tiny little humans around me at the moment, so I can pop on at any time. Well, not any time. I like to set myself, you know, a day or a couple of days where people know the times, because it's better to have a schedule. And although I don't like to schedule too much, because you just never know from one day to the next on your pain levels, at the moment, touch wood, I think I'll be able to manage it. If I don't feel that I can on certain days, then I'll let people know. You know, it's just a thing that we'll see. Okay, so now I'm going to go in my darker shade before I add a little bit of espresso in. And I'm going to go for tan. And I'm just going to, in between, you want it against the pearl. So, because I'm going to make these pearly, like little droplets. You want it against it, like it's shadowing it. So, not this end, because that's well away. You want it right against the pearls. And at the end of this stream, I'm going to do a quick flip through of the new Hanna Karlzon book, which is the, I know you've probably seen them, but I'll do it anyway for anyone that might not have. Her new one, I'm not even going to say how to pronounce this one, but it's the jewellery box one, is what it's called, I think. So I'll do a flip through at the end of this. And I will end the stream. And I'm going to film a completed pages for April, because I think I've done 16 pictures this month, which is an absolute record for me. So I'm going to do that as well and upload that at some point this evening. If not, it will be on there tomorrow. And then I'll be back on Saturday, and we can do the background on this girl. And then we can do a Hannah Lynn picture with markers, and we'll do it with markers and pencils. So I was trying to get my words out then. I had a brain fart. You know they happen when you can't remember what you're going to say. Oh, bless. That's okay, Charity. You got me. It's always there to pick, you know, if you want to. Of course, you don't have to. It's always there if you wanted to catch up. Okay, so I'm just going underneath. I'm still with my darkest out of the yellows, which is tan. It's actually called tan. Which in the polychromos or the, I think it's like a brown ochre. I'm pretty sure it's brown ochre. I'm just trying to think of comparisons. And there's a lovely lady that asked me what colours the hair would be in Prismacolors. So I've got to work that out as well. So, pretty happy with that. I'm gonna use my lightest shade, which is a dandelion, and very lightly just gonna go over what I've just done, just to blend it out a little bit. I'm barely touching the paper. It's just to blend in with your lightest colour a little bit. Okay, and then with, oh, sorry, I just got to adjust myself then. with espresso, picked up black then, you know the pearls or the little droplets, so just against it, I'm going to shadow those, and I'm not pressing hard, I'm just pressing, you know, quite light. So I need to decide what I'm going to do with those. Laura suggested the Fine Tech paints. If you don't have those, you can do them with pencil. might grab the fine text anyway because I want to do the little droplets. Okay, so we're going to go with this side as well. I'm going to do it from that side, I think. And then here, because there's a bit of a shadow from her hair, and then it goes into this side again. It's only where the hair is because it might send the shadow that way, otherwise it's that way. And then I'm just gonna, a little bit. It's the same here. I'm just adding in a little bit of depth. So again, very lightly, and as you get to the end of doing that, you're just feathering out slightly. So it gives it like a bit of a crease, a bit of a look. I don't know if it's the camera picking that up, what I've just done. Because sometimes I've got like a daylight lamp above me and it washes it out. So I hope you can see what I've just done. And it's the same here with this. So this is espresso in... I love my espresso, I love my black, and I love... I'm trying to think what other colour in prismas. Espresso and black and white I use, and the luminance white. They will be in nearly every picture, and buff titanium as well. So I've got a thing, it doesn't matter what pencil set I use, I will always use those in a picture because I just find they work the best. Espresso is not quite like a black, it's just dark enough to be able to make an effect. Okay, so can you see, has that done it well? Has it come out all right? Okay, so I'm going to come back a bit. So I'm quite happy with how that has turned out. We're going to do a couple of we're going to go for 2 of the flowers in the same colours because I want it to match her scarf. And then I'll do a leaf as well, and I won't do the rest on stream because it can become quite mundane just watching the same thing. So I'm going to zoom in again because we'll zoom out at the end to show. So again, with the flowers, I'm going to go from the inner part and I'm going to go dark pressure, or dark sort of lay down with a heavier pressure in the end, coming out and feathering it out to practically nothing. So it's just barely touching the paper on the end. I need my tea fairy. My tea fairy's gone to Harley Street in London to go and see a private consultant. It's the first time that because obviously we've got the NHS, haven't we, in the UK, and he's got illness. He's got ulcerative colitis, and he has been ill for some time. He's had ulcerative colitis for 14 years now, and it flares every now and then. And he just wanted a second opinion because of new drugs that he might have to take, you know. So his dad, bless him, has taken him to go and see this private consultant today. So he's there now to go and get a second opinion on some really strong drugs because he's got a really bad immune system, and he might have to have some, they're like an immune suppressant tablet, but they're quite strong. I'll see you later, Kate. Sorry, I was just reading. Yeah, so long story short, he's gone to see, he's never had a private appointment before, you know, because they're very expensive. And he really needed to go and get a second opinion on what's going to be happening. So that's what he's doing today. So yeah, bless him. Hopefully this guy will help him out a little bit. He's not doing any treatment or anything. He's just getting a second opinion on it all. So that's where Andrew is today. So my tea fairy is not around, unfortunately. And Chip can't make me one, you know, as much as I wish he could. But it's just not going to happen. Yeah, guys, if you've got any Instagrams, if you've got any Facebook pages or YouTube channels or anything, put them in the comments for everyone. Sharing is caring. We like to share. Okay, so I'm grabbing my yellow ochre and I'm going quite hard pressure, but I'm going to go to the edge here. I'm not going to go in the middle, and the same here where the other petal is. And again, we're going yeah, of course, share your sites. If you've got anything, share them in the comments, put them in the comments. Your Instagrams, your Facebooks, your website, whatever you've got, just share them away. Everyone can have a go and have a look. Screenshot the names or write the names down, and we can all like go and have a look. So yeah, share away in the comments. Don't ever feel you can't. So just pop them in there and we can go and follow, and you know, I have to look back on the chat after and write them down. You can always share, guys. Always. Okay, so again, I'm going like a hard pressure there, and then out to practically nothing. And then hard around the edging because the petal is sort of placed on top of that one. And then again on this part, this is all holbeins, this one, but you can do this with any sets. It's got these kinds of colours with them. Prismacolors, you know, anything. So it's starting to come together. I quite like the result. Then we've got tan. And I'm not going to do too much of this because I don't want to overload it. But I'm just going to bring with little wisps and like make little wispy sort of bits towards it. So I just like that personally. I want them quite subtle. I don't want them sort of overloading the petal, because I like, if you look at petals, they sometimes have like a line, or orchids, if you look at an orchid petal in the light, they've got lots of little veins. So I quite like that. I think that looks quite nice. We need to do the middle of it as well with browns, but we'll do this other one here. Hiya, Annette. Oh God, I need a drink. I need my tea fairy. Would you mind if I just grabbed a drink for 2 seconds? I'll just grab one of my Capri Suns on the side. I'll literally be 30 seconds. I won't be a second, like just very quickly. Okay, that was how quick I am. I've got a Capri Sun because I'm like a child. I love my no added sugar Capri Suns. I can't drink many things because of sugar, because I had surgery, as you know. So I just love a Capri Sun. Oh my God, I love them. And I get the no added sugar ones, so they're amazing. Oh, that's much better. Right. Okay, so what was I on? I was on the yellow ochre, wasn't I? So we don't need a lot in this bit because it's quite a small area. Oh, so yeah, I don't know how long have I been streaming? Oh my Christ, I didn't realise it was like over an hour already. I hope you're all not, like, you're not bored or anything, and that you're are okay. Hi KP, you're back. So I'm just going to do a small amount on that. So who thinks this weather's been crazy as well? We've been cold to hot, back to freezing again, and then apparently the weekend's going to be like 70 odd Fahrenheit, which is, I don't know what it, I think it's about 70 odd Fahrenheit, because I know you do Fahrenheit in the US, which is about 20, 22 for us. I mean, it's crazy. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's okay then. Because I sometimes think, like, am I on too long? Are you bored? You alright? You know. Okay, so I've got my tan. And like I did on the other one, I'm just going to put around the edging a little bit. But I just want a little bit of just like a liney effect on the petals. So I'm not going to do, these are the only two I'm going to do of the flowers, because I'm going to continue with those the same on all of them, because I wanted it to match her scarf. And then we'll do the middles and we'll do some leaves, and then we'll cut the stream there because we've done quite a lot today. We're more or less finished her really in terms of what we got to do. But I'm really happy I discovered that if you do watercolours, you can put the luminance white and it suits it. So that has made me happy. Small pleasures. Small pleasures, you know. It doesn't take a lot to make me happy. The mailman makes me happy quite a lot. Like, my mailman must think I'm always cheerful when he brings me stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. And he must look at me thinking, oh my God, what's wrong with her? He makes me so happy. Sometimes he makes me more happy than anyone else. He must think I'm nuts, seriously. I've got a couple and I'm always cheerful when I get a package. And they must think, oh, we've made this Women's Day. You can go home, happy that you have made a woman happy today by delivering a parcel, you know. It doesn't take a lot. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah. Woohoo! KP, you've got your Game of Thrones. Okay, so we need some greens now. So here's my little testing sheet again. I think I'll get a new one. Let's do a new one. I want these quite olive-like, so no, we don't want that one. I'm just testing, guys, like I usually do. It just gives me an idea on what I want. Okay, so this will, actually I do like that. Those two go. So that would be my base, that would be the second. Yeah, I am going to go with that. And then I need a darker one on top. So we can, let me see what this one's like. Is this too green? Yeah, that one doesn't go. What about this one? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go for those three. So they're more like olive greens, which is what I like because they're sort of more natural to flowers on flowers, leaves on flowers. Okay, so I have gone for olive green as the, let's see if I can get it. Olive green as the base. Then I'm going to put some leaf green on top. Is it leaf green? Did I just test leaf green? Yes, I did. Leaf green on top of that, and then in the darkest parts of it I'm going to put olive drab. What a name. Can you see that? Olive drab. What a name. Okay, yeah, okay, until the next one comes along, KP. Alright, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. When everyone says, exactly, it's never a competition. It is never a competition. If you've got 5 books, 2 books, 50 million books, whatever ones you've got, as long as they're for you, it's, hold on, let's send this person. Hold on, guys. Give me a minute. Okay, I was just chucking someone out. They do come along. I've been quite good. I've not had anyone like that on this stream until now. Okay, so I'm going to go with my lightest colour, which I said was olive yellow. You always get one weirdo come in, don't you? Always. You're like, go get a life. Go and get a life. So all your stems and your leaves will be in these 3 colours that I'm doing. So I'll only do a couple on stream and then I'll go away and do the rest. Then when we come back Saturday, we'll just do the background. And then she'll be done. I'm still debating on the background whether I'm going to do a stencil or I'm going to do... trying to think, do I want a stencil? Or do I want a pencil, or do I want watercolours? I've got time to decide, haven't I? I've got until Saturday to decide. Okay, so I'm just basing down. So as you see, I'm going like I did with my petals. I'm going sort of heavier to lighter from bottom to top. I hope you learned stuff from this. Otherwise I feel like, oh, thank you. I feel like, sometimes I feel like, do people actually pick up something from me? Like, as long as I know that, you know, you're picking up something, then I'm happy. Because I try and explain myself, but sometimes I feel like I ramble on. But as long as I'm explaining okay, then that's the main thing. Okay, so I am just putting this as my base. I'm not doing this as anything else. Oh, thank you, Robin. That's good. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so same with the stem. I'm going to do a stem. I'll do this bit as well. And I'll do this one. I think that's, oh, I'll leave that for now because I don't know whether that's a petal or a bit of leaf. Okay. Then I'm going to go with a medium one, which was leaf green. Now, again, I'm just going to go over the top of that. I like yellowy sort of greens, you know, like you've got an olive green effect stuff. I think they look quite lifelike. So I'm going up to the top with this, and on this side, I'm only going to do it out slightly. So I'm not doing it over the entire leaf because I will blend that with the lightest shade again after. It gives me something to work with. Hiya, the crazy the crazy Disney hauler. I cannot wait for you to get your books, Hilary. You can do it, Katie. You do have the patience. You have the patience. If it's something you enjoy, you will have the patience. It's just giving it a go. The thing is with me, if I like the result, I'll have all the patience in the world. If I hate the result, then no, I won't. I don't know if anyone else is the same, but if you're doing something and you're really, really happy with how it's come out, to me, if I've invested like 18 hours in something, it wouldn't matter. So I really wouldn't mind. Not at all. But if something's like really disheartening to me, and then I've not done it, you know, how I wanted to, sort of for it to come out, then no, I have not got patience for it. So I'm just going over the ones that I've done. I'm still on my middle green, which is leaf green. So again, I'm going like harder pressure. If you're shading, and this is just a little tip, if you're shading and feathering something out, start with your heavier pressure into the middle and fade it out. And pick out where you want your darker parts to be. So for me on the petals, I've picked, for some reason, that side, but I've done it because of this petal facing, not petal, leaf. Because this one is sort of sandwiched onto that one, this part would be the darker side. I might have a little bit of a shadow, if you like, because it's being blocked. The same if you look at this one is sort of overlapping this one, so this side would be darker. So that is where I'm sort of looking at things. When I look at something, I look at where is things hitting another object. May, I'm exactly the same. I think in the beginning you think, oh my God, how long is this going to take me? But I think as you go on and when you start to see the results, how you want it in your head, start to take place on the paper, it doesn't matter about the length of time. So yeah, sorry, I was just tried off. So whatever way something is hitting something, so in this case, it's this leaf is hitting this one, but it's also overlapping this one. So that is where your darker sides would be. So you wouldn't do it there because there's nothing touching it. It's open. But this one is touching this one. It's overlapping it. So your shadow or your sort of darker part of your leaf is going to go there. This one, it doesn't matter. You can choose. So I'm going to do it this side because it just makes sense to me. But on here, this would be the darker part because, again, I hope I'm explaining myself. Hiya! This leaf here is sort of overshadowing this one, so your darker side would be that one. So it's, again, it's the same with your petal. So like, say you're doing this petal when you're going to do something, you know, on your own, away from the stream. This one's overlapping, so your petal would have the darker side here. Again, with there, it would be dark. It would be dark on that end. You just got to pick out what hits what, if that makes sense. On here, because this is overshadowing that, I'm going to put the darker there. So that's how I look at things. I just sort of I look at something and where an object might hit. Excuse me, right, I'm going to have a sip of drink. I'm going to do the last colour of the greens. And then I'm going to disappear. And I'm going to film a completed pages video. Okay, so this one was my olive drab in OP187. Now again, I'm going to go from the dark of this part that I've already picked out. I always find it's good as well to blend in with your lightest colour. I'm going sort of hard to light with all of my things. Same with this. I'm going to go harder here into a lighter pressure. I would say this is just my way. Yeah, you got something to watch later. I'm going to do it later. I will. I'm going to do it probably after I get off the stream. I've got to take Chip for a walk and then I'll film it and then I'll either put it up tonight if my connection's okay, or it'll be tomorrow morning. So I'm going over where I've laid down those colours. And then I'm going to blend it all and shade it all in with my lightest green, which is your first lay down. So you're going to continue this as well. If anyone's doing this with me, you're going to continue the same colours throughout on all your leaves and all your flowers. Well, I'm not married. I do have a partner of 13, it'll be 14 years this year, and he has not put a ring on it yet. Bless you, thank you. Okay. So it's the same with this bit. And then just on the stalks, I'm going to darken the stalks up a little bit. And then, thank you, I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you like that. Okay, so now with my lightest colour, so whatever is your lightest green, now I am just going over, and I'm not going heavy handed, I'm going sort of a medium to light pressure, and I'm going over all of it. So you can do it harder on that part, but lighten it up on these parts because you want to see the difference in the colour. I'll zoom in a little bit. So you can see the difference in your darkest part of your leaf into your lightest part of your leaf. Okay, so that is how I'm going to continue with those. Hope that you've picked. See you later, lovely. Hope you have a good evening or good afternoon or wherever you are from. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Teresa. Okay, so yeah, I have done those leaves. I've done those flowers. I'm going to just do the middle of them with browns just to show you. You can, this is entirely an optional thing. You know, I talked about where it might shadow it a little bit. With your espresso in your Prismacolor, you can just ever so slightly put a bit of a shadow where that has hit. So where it's hit those leaves. So it's the same with that bit. And there and there. So it just gives it a little bit more of a pop off the page. So we grab some browns, we'll do the middles, and then I will end it there. I am near the end. I'm just going to do the middle of the flower. I've been on for 85 minutes, which is quite long. And And I thank you all for sticking around with me, because I know it's quite a long stream, but I wanted to get her as much, you know, as much on her done as possible today, so that when we come back on Saturday, we only have the background to do. And then we can do a Hanna Lynn picture, which will be fun. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so I think I'm going to pick my tan back out. I think I'm going to go for brown, and I've picked these out a moment, but I don't know which ones I'm going to use yet because I need my tester page. Okay, so I've got my tester page. So I'm going to have that down as the lightest, which is tan. This is all the holbeins still. I only use espresso and black in the prismas and the luminance white. So I'm just having a look. No, we don't need that one. Burnt umber. Yes, we like that one. And chocolate. Okay, so we've got tan. I'm going to do these, guys. We've got tan, burnt umber, and chocolate. Oh, yes, I'm going to do that. You've just reminded me. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the Hanna Karlzon, then I'm going to go. See where my brain goes. I have brain farts. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going over all of that little bit in the middle. And then with my burnt umber, I'm gonna go fairly hard here. Thanks for reminding me, Nat. Yes, Nick Hawker, it's Natalie. It's our lovely Natalie. Our beautiful Nat. She's a treasure, aren't you? We all adore you. Okay, so then I'm going to go for chocolate. I'm going around the darkest part. And then with my tan, just going to go over all of it. And that is it. That is exactly how I'm going to leave her for now. So we have, no, I still forgot I've got to do the paint. Oh, I just remembered. Let me grab my, because I've got my water brush next to me. It will take seconds. It will take me seconds. 2 seconds, guys. Okay. I have grabbed my Fine Tech paints. Excuse me. Oh, you are a treasure. Okay, so grab this. This is the candy set. You can use your Gansai ones. You can use any set you got, really. Or you can use pencils. It's entirely up to you. So, I quite like the idea of on her scarf having this one, the golden orange, because I think that would go beautifully. And also on her little droplets, I want them gold. So I completely forgot, because this can dry while I'm doing the flip through, can't it? So my brain just went to like pieces then. Completely forgot what I was doing. So we can do the little drops with the Arabic gold. I need to go and get a bit of tissue. Hi, Bo. So anyone that's going, take care. Anyone that's still here, thank you. I won't be long. I will be about another couple of minutes, 5 minutes doing this, 5 minutes doing the Hanna Karlzon flip through, and then we're done. So I'm being forgetful. Like, my brain is not with it at all. No, is it frozen? I'm still here. If you can see me, hear me, it's still there. Okay, so we're going to go for some gold. I'm just testing it out. These are lovely, guys. I've only got this set. And I love them so much, and I just want them all. Has anyone got these? Frances has got loads, which, oh, they're just so yummy. I'm just trying to get quite a nice amount of the gold onto my brush. That's not watery, that's like nice and thick gold. Okay, so I'm going to do these little tiny droplets. So I'm going to zoom in a tiny bit. And we'll just do, you know, these little droplets here. They're like a gold. Oh, they're just love these paints, guys. I'll show you in the light after. I'm just in love with them. This one is Arabic gold. This one here, Arabic gold. I just love them. KP wants to marry the paints. Well, she made me laugh when she said that. She's like, is it? Oh, can I just marry the paint? I was like, yep. They're just so yummy. They're so yummy. And I just want to do them over all of it. Because I just think, like, they're just little golden beads, which I really like. Oh, look, against the red, they're so good. You can do this with gold gel pen. You don't have to do it with paint. This is just me. You want to marry them? Yeah. So, KP, tell everyone about your channel as well. I was saying earlier, like, share your channels, share your Instagram, share your Facebooks if you've got them, whatever you've got. Share away. Let everyone know you know your name of your channel, so that everyone can go like subscribe to you and etc. and follow you. I'm going to go back on the chat after and look for all the people that have shared their things. I think I've got some of you on my Instagram for definite. And I'm subscribed to KP. I think, well, anyway, just share away. Go for it. I am not up to date with Supernatural. I'm behind. So I don't want to know any spoilers. I'm watching Supernatural, but I'm on season 10. No, season 11. I'm nearly on season 12. So I'm a bit behind. I am a little bit behind. So I love it. I just love Jensen Ackles. Oh my god, that man. He is just a dream. He's a dream. Okay, so I'm going to go for the orange on, you know, these parts here, and then I'll let that dry, and we'll do a Hanna Karlzon flip through, and then that'll be it. Look, just look, and when they dry, they just pop. Okay, so these little things on the scarf, I'm gonna roll my sleeve up so I don't. I'm gonna do this with the orange, and when you'll see they look totally different when they dry. They look delicious. No, they really look so yummy. They're yummy. That's the word. They're yummy. They're delicious. They are so beautiful. Oh. Oh, don't worry about the English, May. I'm sure you're absolutely fine. You, as I said before on DD String, you write it so amazing. So I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. Okay, so they are done. That's what, it's just a little hint of it. I just like it, like a hint. I'm just wiping my brush. We'll zoom out and see the whole picture, and I'll show you how shiny and metallic that she is. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Everyone should go and subscribe to KP. And she's got an amazing tutorial coming up soon, haven't you, KP, with your marble? your marble effect is just needing to be seen by the whole entire world, and everyone needs to know how to do it. So that's coming up on KP's channel. I cannot wait, because I'm going to watch it and I'm going to learn. Yeah, we need to know. We need to know how to do that marble. She does marble effect with paint, and it is just incredible. Oh, did you saw them when I saw it? They're so amazing, these paints. Oh, they really are. Like, they're beautiful. I want them all. Okay, so if you can see, like, that, they just shine. Look, they shine so nice. When the light hits them, they're just amazing. Okay, so that is our girl done for today. I'm going to go off, like, not this minute in time, but I'm going to go off before Saturday's stream. I'm going to do the rest of the flowers. That tiny, stupid little bit of skin there because I put a line in. And then we'll come back on Saturday and do the background. So we'll do the Hanna Karlzon flip through. And then we're done. Okay, so we've got Hanna Karlzon's latest book. I'm just going to put away my holbeins and then we'll get into it because I don't like things all over the place. Has anyone else got that, like, where you just can't have stuff everywhere? It just really gets to me. I'm too much where things need to have a home. They need to go in order. They need to have a home. This case is one of those is it BTK, whatever they're called. But yeah, it's one of those leather ones. I just wanted a black one, and it's just so nice. Yeah, everything has to have a place for me. Okay, so let's get into, this is the latest flip through of the jewellery box. This is called, I think, by Hanna Karlzon. I only got this yesterday. So it's our usual quality, hardback, same when you open. It's that black lining. And then you've got the title page here, which has got like a lion knocker on a door. And then you've got the, I don't know, anyone that speaks Swedish will be able to tell me what that is. But we've got the opening page, I'm going to call it. So her usual style runs throughout this entire book. I've noticed there is more pictures central to a page on this book. Yeah, Mum will want to frame her, KP, that's right. She wants to frame everything. So yeah, it's her usual style. You've got, of course, if you look, you've got practically these little jewels and crystals in every single page. You got, like, I think you got more houses in this one. Oh, is it this belongs to? Thanks, May. So the first page says this belongs to. Thank you very much for that. And then you got, I love the females in this, and I want to do one for my Colours of Sweden colour along. But if you've noticed, there are more images that's got less on a page, which I like a mixture of, and I'm pretty happy with that. So, and then I just love this. Oh, Kate won't like this because it's got a spider web. Bless her. Sarah's just having a drink. I love this one. This is a Jen reading with pugs picture. It's got to be done by her. You got a little pug. The paper's the same quality as well, it's thick. There's a lot more cats in this as well. There's a lot more cats. I've noticed there's more cats in this one than anything else she's ever done. That, personally, I wouldn't colour. You might want to do that if you wanted some practice on some, like, crystal gems and stuff. But, personally, I wouldn't colour that one. So, some of them you do. Some, that's like any book. I don't think there's any books that I'd... Well, no, there's quite a couple. There's a couple of books that I would literally colour every single picture from. But quite a lot of them have something that I wouldn't. I love this one. It's got a lot of leaves, but I love the actual illustration. So yeah, it does look nice. I quite like this one as well. if anyone wants to know, I'll put it in the description after. I ordered it off of Printworks Market. It's a Swedish store. And you've also got Maria Troll's new book coming out, I think the 16th or 15th. So I will definitely put those in the description for you. I will put the mediums that I've used in the description on the Momo Girl. And if there's any additional information, just message me that you'd like to know. Please bear in mind that I do get quite a lot of messages, and if I sat on my phone replying to every single one, I would be on my phone literally from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. But I do try to get back to people as much as possible. It just might be like in stages or a day, or you know, it might not be as quick as I'd like to, but it's just I get so many, otherwise my phone literally would be attached to my hand. So yeah, I do try to, but some days I do not put my phone down, and like I forget that my partner's in front of me sometimes, and he's just like, oh hello, you've surfaced. I'm like, hi, yeah, I'm here. It's like, you've been on your phone all day. And I'm just like, yeah, you know, that's just how it is sometimes. I just sit on my phone. No, it's not a wallpaper book. It's got a mixture. What are you confused over? It's Hanna Karlzon's new book. It's a colouring book. This is lovely. So, I haven't finished any colouring book all the way through, Chad. Oh my god. It's not a diary either. It's a colouring book. Sorry guys, just 1 minute. Because some of them I just don't understand. Anyway, I'm just putting a time out because it just gets silly. Oh, I've only got one now. She's having a little bit of a nap. So, yeah, God, that sometimes you get some bizarre questions. There's no disrespect, but you know, I think some people are just saying it to wind people up, because you say it's quite clear it's a colouring book, and I think some people are just here to like they want the airtime. I don't think it's like legitimately asking. I love this one, by the way. Oh my god, yeah, well, what do you say to that? It's just like, well, oh, I don't know, never mind. She reminds me of like a Princess Leia. Let's see, cats, another cat. So you got a lot of like, as I say, there's not a heavy amount on the page. No, I don't think it's that. You do get the odd one. I don't think they're anything to do with the colouring community. I just think that they come on the strings and they ask you a load of questions because they can see what's on the screen, and then they just ask you random questions. You get it sometimes, and then you get the insults. Another cat. It's just one of those things. We're not going to give them the airtime, guys. We're talking about a book anyway, you know. So we do love this book. We do love it. Oh, look at that tiny little one in the corner. Just how people are. That's just how people are. But yes, it's all colouring goodness, and you're gonna have some silly people. So we just gotta worry, you know, just don't worry about them. That's fine. That's fine, innit? You know, there's loads, you know, books. I love any book. Or not me, I love most books. I love most pencil. I just love stuff. Like, what's not to love? They bring joy. The only thing I'm not keen on, people know by now, is fur and animals. I love to look at people's creations on them. There's loads of cats in this. I do love everything. There's something wrong with me. It's just, Oh, she is so much like Princess Leia, isn't she? Just a jewelled up version with, like, they're like butterflies. They are butterflies, aren't they? Yeah, that's like butterfly clip thing. So that's a double page. I just love the people in her books. I love the women. That's funny, May. You could be a Justin Bieber fan. I actually went to a Justin Bieber concert in my mid-20s, and the only reason I went was because the tickets were completely free and I had VIP tickets. And we had like food and drink all served to us all night for free because it was VIP. And it was so good. But what a brat he was. Sorry for any fans of Justin Bieber. But he went off stage. I don't know if anyone read about it in the media. He went off stage. He didn't return for ages. He then said he wasn't feeling well and he didn't finish the concert. And I was like, oh my God, you know. He had so many young fans there. So many kids that was there. And there was nothing wrong with him. So... Katrina, you know, I need to write them all down again. So, the drinks and the food were good, May. The night was good. And we ended up dancing to other stuff because he wasn't on stage. So, you know, we danced, they put like music on because he wasn't on stage. And that was amazing. And we had free drinks, we had free wine, we had free buffet, and it was great. But what a brat, what a spoiled brat he is. And all those kids, they were all so disappointed. And a lot of the mums had to get a refund for the tickets, but mine were free, so I went along and we had a great night. Seriously, like, what is wrong with him sometimes? I think it's all an attention thing. Okay, so that's it, and it's just thank you. And again, the back is usual style. And that's it, guys, really. I printed off today's, if anyone is interested, Hannah Lynn has a VIP lounge. I printed off this image. This is May's image. It's only for people who subscribe and pay. And it's I think it's $199, like 1.99. And yeah, this was for the May's image. There's one a month that you get, a colouring page. Can't wait. Markers are going to be great on this. I can't wait. So yeah, that's it. So that's it, guys. That's all for today. And so we finished up. Look, Cherry, I've been colouring in. I've been doing at the beginning of the stream. So I'm going to do Saturday. We're going to be back on Saturday, and we'll finish doing this. So 4 o'clock is going to be the stream time in the afternoon. For London time, you have to check out the time zones. Thanks all so much for joining me. Have a great day, evening, night, wherever you might be, and I'll speak to you soon. I'll put everything in the description that we've done today. So take care, everyone. Bye.